It's your boy, your average gamer here, back with another video. And in this video, we're going to be doing a review of RetroMania Wrestling. Okay guys, so this is the introduction screen here. You have your different modes. The first mode that you want to do on here is the story mode. That's basically how you're going to find out how to play this damn game. It gives you a brief tutorial on the moves, basically the button schemes. You have your light, heavy, medium, and whatnot. Your character is Johnny Retro. You are rehabbing and trying to get back on the scene. So this guy that's going to pop up on the screen, he's going to show you the ropes and takes you to the progression. So here again, you're just learning the moves. You have to do this to kind of understand what's going on there. They all show you the schematics of the buttons. It doesn't show you the actual moves itself, but what button does what. So it's a pretty cool way to kind of do that. You know, and other games have done that, so it's nothing revolutionary. But the new thing about it is you see little messages like it said that I didn't have enough power to do that move or whatnot. You'll see those little messages pop up. So then here is going to be my first real match, not real match, but you know, fighting instead of just pressing some random buttons. So it kind of gives you a better understanding. You see how I turn green? That's a new thing there, the grappling assistant, that will tell you whether you won the grapple or not, and if you can make a move. If it's red, you didn't win it. I won it there, so therefore I can do my move. But it's a progression. You can't just try to do a heavy move or a medium move. You have to progress like a real match. So kind of gives you the gist of that there. Now when you work your way up and you're flashing right now like I am now, you can do your special. Now your special is going to be the heavy move in the right direction. The average wrestler, that's how you would do it, unless you're one of those wrestlers who do something like an Irish whip. Then you would do Irish whip and then heavy move in the right direction. Or if you do something off the top rope, heavy, you would climb up the rope and do the heavy move. So that kind of works there. And the sad thing is that that's not in the booklet or not on there. You have to research that. So wanted to show you some other, you know, features and matches and things like that. This is the 10 pounds of gold. You climb up the ladder to get a shot at the championship, and it's a variety of different matches. And this one is a three-way match. This three-way match is the last man standing. So process of elimination, and if you're the last guy, you win. So that's kind of cool. Basically, you can let the computer beat themselves up and still a win if you're smart. So that's kind of how that works, and it's pretty cool that the matches in the 10 pounds of gold progress. They get more difficult in terms of what's being asked, and this one again is just be the last man standing. When you first start off, it's just a regular match. So there's that. And then you go, let's eliminate one. Did a nice move there. One guy's down. Now, one of the things here is that you see how that guy had a little bit of power, but he still had a sliver of yellow. If a wrestler has a sliver of yellow, you're not going to eliminate him. You're not pinning him down or submit. He's not submitting. there. So that's something that you want to be aware of. But right now he has a sliver of yellow. I start my move and there's no yellow, so he's gone. He's gonna submit, and there's that. So I want to show you the interaction there of you climbing the ladder. It's a countdown, Nick's showing you. And what's the cool thing about this is that intros of the wrestlers. Each wrestler has his own intro music, his own walk down the aisle. So it's very reminiscent of Wrestlefest, very 80s, very nostalgic. They have the introduction. They're introducing each person, the ring announcer. It's really cool. This is one of the arenas that are a big focus in the story mode of the House of Hardcore, so it'll be familiar. And there's a tons of arenas there. I believe it's 16, if I'm not mistaken. But this is one of the cool ones there. You see the interaction of people in the board. What's more important, look at that blue steel cage. If you're a kid from the 80s or the 90s, you'll remember those steel cages. And what's cool about this, you interacted. You can slam your opponent into the gate. You cannot, you can't bust them open. They're trying to be a family-friendly game. I don't know how family-friendly you are going to be with wrestling, but there's that. It is fun. It is fun to see the blue cage there. And power move, let's get him out and move on to the next. So the next type of match, and this is still in the 10 pounds ago. This is a four-way match. Now in this four-way though, it's whoever gets the pin first or the submission, they're the winner. So the AI on this is very smart. They will stop in the middle of a fight to make sure you do not win, and you have to do the same. There's been when I first was playing them, it was the hardest to try to win this because while I'm wrestling, I get stuck in an animation and I can't stop. I can't stop in the middle of the animation, and therefore, I can't stop them from winning. And this is what happens on the opposite end. In the middle of their animation, I'm pinning the guy and they can't stop. So I get to win the match. This is one of the few times that you actually have voiceover. Nick speaks the most in the game, and here he is. His head is humongous, and I believe he has a nervous tick. He blinks about 30 times in this interview. So we're in a modern steel cage match. There doesn't have a roof, but we're wrestling, and boom, I win the belt. And so you'll see that in this and that one, it was the best 2 out of 3. You see the animation there of me having the belt, and then on this story mode, well, the 10 pounds ago, I have to do what I did in the reverse order, defending the belt. So the same match is me defending, and then you actually win the game. And I just wanted you to see that there. And then we're going to see the other matches here. This, I want to show you a tag team match, but I wanted to show you all the different kind of matches that you have: single, 3-way, 4-way, 6-way, 8-way, and the boards that you pick. So there's an endless amount of options there on what you can do. And I just wanted to kind of give you what it's going to be like on a tag team match. And on top of that, what I really wanted to show you is the arena. We're going to go ahead and we're going to select the Too Many Games arena, and that arena basically pays tribute to the many supporters of this game that did interviews, they promoted the game, they spoke about it, and from what Retrosoft said, they're kind of fans of them as well because they all are into retro gaming. So you kind of get that gist of it. And you'll see a lot of familiar faces here. You're going to see John Riggs in the corner when I exit the ring. John Riggs is right there. You got RGT85. You have right there the IIRcade. You see John, and you see all arcades. And right there under our nose was a RetroMania theme IIRcade unit. I go over there and I see Tech Buzz. So you have Cool Toy, Glenn, and Buzz. That's pretty cool. Jane Silent Bob there. You even have the tribute to TWA Wrestling, which is from the makers of Wrestlefest. They made that game, so that's pretty cool. And I'm going to come back out so you can see a little bit more. We have NES Pursuit, and of course we have the Game Room dudes. We got Doug there, Michael B, Nostalgia, D Love, and all their glory. They've been, immortalized in a video game. That's pretty awesome to have. Now, one of the things that I was happy is that I waited on this review is because there was an update done in the system, and that update helped with the grappling. So the flashing of the lights, that wasn't there, and there was a bit of a challenge for newcomers and myself. And one of the other things that I noticed was a bug was in matches, if you get a double count out, it would freeze the game. So I wanted to show that that has been fixed here. Normally I'm gonna get eliminated, we both are, but normally that would freeze and you would have to quit the game. That actually I did that, but you don't have to quit the game anymore. It would go back. So that was pretty cool. And last but not least, we have a Royal Rumble. I picked the Hell board. I guess that's what it's called here. Now on this one, 16 fighters are going to come in the ring, but only 8 at a time is going to show on the screen there. One of the real weird things on here is that there are pins and submissions count for elimination, so not just throwing them over the rope. So I found that kind of odd, but that's what it is. So it can get very hectic on here, having I don't think more than 6 or 7 showed up on the screen, but just after 4 or 5 it gets very hectic, hard to follow things. And then this is I would assume how it would feel in real life if you was in a wrestling ring. It would be chaotic and whatnot. So nothing that is bad towards the game. It's just the difficulty level on this is high to try to play that, but it is a fun game. So with that note, let's get into what I think about the game and what score I give it to it. So I'll do that right after this. So guys, what do I think about the game? I would say when I first got it, I wasn't the biggest fan of it. It was awesome, but it had some bugs. A week later, well, a little bit less than a week, I'm gonna give it a go. I would definitely buy this game. Remember, it's a $30 game. You're getting it at a discount. It's gonna be out for IIRcade soon and the consoles within a week or so. Right now you can only get it on Steam, $25 right now. I think it's a go for $25. I would definitely give it a thumbs up. I would also recommend putting down the level of difficulty until you start getting the gist of it, because it is a challenging game. So if you're a fan of Wrestlefest or those games, those styles of games, then you're gonna love this game. So with that being said, thank you for stopping by, and being part of the community. Till next time, keep gaming.